Well, good morning, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, friends, colleagues, everyone. It's good to see you here for this morning's session. This is the session on the political economy of social inclusion. I'm David Harper from Chatham House, and it really is a great pleasure for me to be able to act as the moderator for this session. And we've heard a great deal already about universal health coverage and how it is consistent with the fundamental right of health for all. This is one of the fundamental tenets that we talk about in the context of universal health coverage. It really is vital for governments to move towards universal health coverage in an equitable and a fair way, something that the Lancet Commission on Investing in Health called, I think, progressive universalism. A very interesting way of describing this feature. And I think we also heard yesterday very clearly that many countries are not treading the path towards universal health coverage in a proper way. And this is a huge concern for us. This session is really intended to help us highlight the problems from the political basis of those problems, but also, of course, politics provides a means of improving health outcomes and moving towards an inclusive society. So we've got a lot to cover in the next hour, and I've got just the right people sitting alongside me to help us achieve that. The biographical details of our panelists this morning are provided in the information packs that you have. Very impressive they are too, and I'm not going to take our valuable time going through biographical details once again. So suffice it to say that I really am honored to be able to introduce the first of our keynote speakers this morning. We couldn't do much better, I think, than having two political leaders who have implemented personally the sorts of things that we're talking about during our conference, inclusive social reforms in their respective countries. And we have two representatives from civil society organizations who are going to give their personal views on some of the difficulties that are experienced around social exclusion. So firstly, could I introduce Dr. Ernesto Zedillo, who is the director of the Yale Center on Globalization and is also a member of the Elders. As you will all know, Dr. Zedillo was formerly the president of Mexico. So over to you, Dr. Zedillo.
Okay, can I use
You can use the lectern. Thank you.
Because if I am seated, I fall